The one thing she wants me to do is marry someone who loves me more than I love them. They'll only meet you halfway if they love you a little more.
Moving forward to Rihanna, she's a little bit different. She has been out here playing the game for a while, and now she's hit billionaire status. And she's also pregnant with her first child by ASAP Rocky. And there's been this big hoopla, and I've said my words about it, about how Drake thought he was going to be that guy. But here's the thing: there's a reason that Rihanna chose ASAP Rocky to be impregnated by, and it's not necessarily because he's the greatest guy, he's the best catch. He's the best guy to fit into what her grandmother told her to look for in a man. And she sat down and was very open and honest about why she would choose a man to be in this position.
The one thing she wants me to do is marry someone who loves me more than I love them.
Is that what she said?
Because that a woman will always give. They'll always give even more than they need to. We're selfless beings. It's maternal. And even with a husband, she said it'll be that way with them as well. And they'll only meet you halfway if they love you a little more.
Now, what you heard is a woman just simply saying that the elders in her family taught her a very, very important lesson about how to have a man who's going to jump through gasoline hoops, who's going to jump through flaming hoops with gasoline drawers on for you. Make sure he loves you more than you love him. As simple as that concept is, many men have been caught up in situations where they love the woman more than the woman loves them, and then the woman leaves and she has no emotional ties to the scenario because she never had those ties in a way. Let me tell you what happens when you love a woman more than she loves you. She may not love you at all.
You live with your man and you're not paying no bills and that house isn't clean, you need to go. You need to leave. He already make yourself useful and organize all his shit. All of it, from top to bottom, every drawer. It'll take you one day if you really dedicate your time. And y'all be living with your boyfriend, not paying nothing and cleaning everything. So if you're gonna be there, at least make yourself useful. I'm dead ass serious. Or somebody like me gonna come scoop in and organize everything.
You may be head over heels in love with her. She may not love you at all, because there's no set standard where the difference has to be small or large. You could be head over heels in love with a woman and she cannot love you at all. That still means you love her more than she loves you. This is what many women look for. Rihanna's grandmother isn't the only woman who told her granddaughter that. Many women have heard that from their mothers, their grandmother. Hell, some even heard it from their fathers because their father looked back at the relationship he was in and realized that he loved the woman more and saw what kind of situation it left him in. You cannot be more emotionally attached to a woman than she is to you, because you're going to lose if you decide to do that. See, we live in a society that tells men that loving a woman and professing your love for her and proving your love to her is the best way to make a relationship work. No, that's the best way to have a happy wife, happy life relationship. But anytime you got a happy wife, happy life relationship, you got a miserable man relationship. And that's the way that many men in this society live their lives. Now, some men have enough money where they can buy themselves enough trinkets and treasures to not be caught up in that and take enough trips and do all of those things to not be bothered with that as much as the average man. But the average man out here, man, is going to be totally flabbergasted emotionally when he puts himself in a situation with the modern woman, because she has so many different avenues to go when it comes to information about how to put yourself in the best position to win in a relationship with a man. You see, the majority of women aren't in a relationship with you to build with you. They're in a relationship with you to win the relationship. A relationship is competition with them. That's why they want to start out 50-50. They don't want you to start out ahead of them. They want to start off at the same starting block. Maybe they even want a head start. But when you hear a woman like Rihanna say this, it's simply her saying, okay, I want to be in a situation with a man who I can control, because he values me so much that he's going to jump through hoops in order to keep me. He's going to do what I want him to do in order to keep me. He's going to feel absolutely blessed, like he has the prize. And there's really nothing wrong with that. Everyone has the right to be the prize in their relationship. If you could find someone who pedestalizes you, It makes you the prize in their life. Guess what? You got yourself a winner. But as a man, I'm telling you men right now, don't put yourself in that situation because it always ends badly. Because not only do we have to deal with that, we also have to deal with the fact that there are different scenarios and different laws in place to get a man caught up at every step of the way. So ASAP is in this situation, but you never know. This woman, they break up. This woman is getting the child. Women already get the child anyway. And here's a woman with this kind of money. She know ASAP ain't gonna never catch her with money. Drake may, but ASAP won't. She know ASAP feel like he came up. ASAP does. Drake probably won't. Her and ASAP been friends for a long time. Her and Drake never were friends. Drake always started off in a position where he wanted to get it in. But here's the thing. ASAP was a guy who wasn't going to go out there in the world and be with any other woman publicly because he doesn't want to mess it up with her. And anytime a woman has a man who looks at her and says, man, I don't want to mess this up, she's in a position of power. And that's all our grandmother taught her. Be in a position of power with the man. Put yourself in a winning position and you'll never lose. And many of you men, I tell you the same thing. Put yourself in a position of power. You're the prize. But don't just say you're the prize. Build yourself up to the point where you are the prize. Technically speaking, to the average man out here, Rihanna is the prize. She's attractive. She's famous. She's wealthy. There aren't too many things that you can say about it except for her past history. But you got a woman right now at home with you who got a past history and she make $32,000 a year. And ain't really too worried about keeping the dress size down. So the reality of the scenario is when you look at these situations, you have to keep in mind one thing. You deserve what you accept, but you also deserve what you demand. So if a woman demands that a man love her more, she gonna wait out the process like Rihanna did and end up with a man who loves her more. If you as a man want a woman who loves you more, you're gonna have to do the same thing. You're gonna have to wait out the process. And you're going to have to be strong enough mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and psychologically to stand on that principle of not settling for anything less than what you absolutely want. And judging by this scenario, Rihanna did just that. Because we can almost all be sure that ASAP loves and values her much more than she loves and values him. Why? In that situation, she made sure she's the prize. And so that goes to show that two women can be in business together, have a business falling out, but it doesn't change or affect them sharing the same nature and the same expectation of exaltation in a relationship situation. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the alpha sphere. Get money division. The place where you transform.